Now, friends, imagine, if you will, a place outside of time, a place that defies all known logic and reason, leaving you in a state of awe for reasons that you yourself don't fully understand. A place where stupidity is not only accepted, it thrives and is encouraged. That place, my friends, is the Weirdo Zone.
Subleiding Octavian, Australian like Operation Octavian, Bushla Kanja, Bushla Kanja. Oh, I didn't see you there. How you doing? This is the Weird Weirdo, and we're doing the Weirdo Zone episode 4. If I had intro music, the intro music would have played there, so I'm just leaving that open in case I actually do put that up post editing. But it's Weirdo Zone, where we fucking take news stories and we talk about them shits. Today's first story: Domino's Pizza Reindeer Delivery Service canceled. Whew, man, 2016 almost ending. They're pulling out all the stops. You can't even get fucking reindeers to deliver pizza anymore. It just has to take the fun out of everything. So, not long after Domino's Japan launched their new seasonal reindeer pizza delivery system, they had to cancel the service due to rowdy reindeer in real need of training. Did somebody just rap over that? Rowdy reindeer in real need of training. Like, okay. But, basically they couldn't fucking control these reindeer. You know, in Japan tries whatever the fuck they want. And you know what? Knowing it's Japan, it'd probably work eventually. Those reindeers they'll probably be trained by next year. If it was anybody else, I'd be like, well, you're not gonna fucking do this. But no, I'll probably have them trained by next year. Most definitely. Most likely, yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't mind having my pizza delivered by a reindeer. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna expect them to fucking fly or whatever else like that. That'd be a nice touch, reindeer with jetpacks. But no, I don't expect them to fly and shit. I'd enjoy a reindeer coming to my house. They'd probably kick the shit out of me, most likely. That might have been the reason why they had to stop the shit. They're kicking the shit out of people, you know, and then delivering the pizza. Not everybody's gonna be like gracious and say, "Oh shit, thank you. I got kicked by a reindeer and I get pizza." You know, just get his fucking sue and shit. But you know, okay, stay on the lookout for that reindeer pizza if you live in Japan, or if you plan on going to Japan. You know, next year. Now, another story is River Rat Burger, all the rage in Russia. Seriously, who is doing these? Is rappers, poets? River Rat Burger, all the rage in Russia. It really sounds like a rap verse. Moscow's latest food craze is a burger made of nutria, or river rat. And I'm guessing river rat is a rat that lives close to rivers. Which honestly, this honestly isn't that weird at all. Legitimately, it's not that weird at all. People all around the world eat whatever they can, whatever they want to. So honestly, it's good. And it's Russia. You know, Russians do things not everybody would expect. It's fine. It's honestly fine. Now, mannequin challenge video leads to arrest of 2 men in Alabama. Now, when the mannequin challenge first came out, I didn't know what the fuck it was. I had one of my little cousins had to show me a video, and I didn't know what the fuck it was, because I'm old. You know, I'm about to turn 22. I'm old. I'm too old to keep up with these crazes and shit like that. I can't keep going. It's for the kids today. I can't keep going with it. I just stay home and record these, you know, podcast episodes, shits. These little audio snippets. I don't do anything else besides write. You know, that's all I want to do. Record these. Maybe make some movies and video, you know, TV shows, skits. Write comic books, write novels, write poetry. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do, really. But back to this. A mannequin challenge video of people staging a shootout. Yeah, these guys are black, by the way. A mannequin challenge video of people staging a shootout has led to the arrest of 2 men in Alabama and the seizure of several guns and marijuana. And for the people in politics out there, that marijuana Madison County Sheriff's Office Captain Mike Solomonsky tells local news outlets the video led investigators to serve a search warrant Tuesday morning at a Huntsville home. The search turned up 2 handguns, a shotgun, a rifle, and marijuana that appeared to be packaged for sale. Officers arrested 23-year-old Terry and charged him with drug paraphernalia, or is that paraphernalia possession, I don't get to say that word a lot, loitering, and promoting prison contraband. Also arrested was 49-year-old Kenneth, who's charged with first-degree marijuana possession and being a felon in possession of a firearm. Oh, Jesus. You know, social media is causing a lot more arrest, because people are putting themselves out there, you know. Just because you put it on social media and you're not doing anything with it, like weapons, doesn't mean, you know, doesn't mean you won't get arrested for it. Because I'm guessing the only reason they got arrested for it was because they didn't have warrants for it, like they didn't have, you know, a license to actually have those guns. And it's even worse is the marijuana. Honestly, should possession of marijuana be a crime? Don't think so. No, it's not really any terrible health effects. You know, friends of mine smoke. I don't personally do that, but, you know, they do whatever they want. Honestly, it doesn't hurt them. It's okay. They function like normal humans in society. But honestly, it's a slippery slope. You know, Alabama, things are a little crazy out there. So, hey, Uber accelerates towards self-driving cars. So Uber has recently acquired artificial intelligence startup company, and they formed a new division dedicated to creating self-driving cars. Looks like Uber is getting tired of paying their drivers, and they say, well, all right, we'll just cut out the middleman. Is this good and bad? It's good because technology should always be pushed towards new heights. To a degree. To a degree. I don't think we fucking need actual, you know, AI that's like, you know, those cyborgs and shit you see. I personally don't really want that, because there's no, I mean, there'd be ways to control them first, but I'm a paranoid guy, so I would think that eventually they wouldn't be able to be controlled. And that's a very scary thing. But, you know, Uber accelerating towards self-driving cars. If those self-driving cars prove to be better than the drivers, then honestly, that's bad for the drivers. Of course, we know that this won't happen till many, many years from now, simply because, of course, they gotta do test drives and shit like that. It has to see how it actually holds in traffic. You also have to see how it deals with obstructions and things in the way, and collisions, how it reacts. You know, would they be eventually, I think they'd program it not to save the car, but to actually save the passenger inside. But I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of things I can think of that would have to go into it, that be perfected. So we probably won't get this for many, many years, but since they started this, it will happen eventually. I understand there are many companies who are looking for self-driving cars, including Google. And I'm not sure about Elon Musk, but I think he was with the electrical cars. But maybe even he too will eventually get in on this, you know. So that's an interesting one. The future is changing. The future is really changing, I gotta say. Florida woman arrested for refusing to stop twerking. It's always fucking Florida. You know, it's always fucking Florida. Always fucking Florida. A North Florida woman. It's kind of weird. Wouldn't they be called Floridians? Anyway, a North Floridian woman ended up in jail after police said she refused to stop twerking on her car. Why is she black too? Why? Oh, God. Gainesville police responded to a noise complaint just after 3 a.m. Saturday and found 35-year-old Danielle dancing to loud music. Jefferson refused the officer's request to turn down her music and began twerking on her car. According to a report by the Independent Florida Alligator, is that actually a fucking newspaper? There's actually a fucking newspaper called the Independent Florida Alligator. Okay, it's a fucking alligator for a paper. Okay, police gave Jefferson 15 minutes to comply with a noise warning notice. Jefferson soon started dancing again and allegedly told police they could arrest her if they wanted. The officers issued her a citation and handed the papers to her to sign. She crumbled it up and threw it at the chest of one of the officers. Jefferson was then arrested for resisting an officer without violence. I mean, honestly, people can do whatever they want, but I'm kind of biased because I fucking hate when people just have like fucking loud noise all the fucking time. Like, I'm trying to fucking sleep, so just put your shit down. Honestly, like, that's what fucking headphones are for. That's what headphones are fucking for. So I mean, if you want to twerk, do whatever. Most of the time when I see it on social media, I'm a little disgusted at what society has become. But then I see a really attractive women, and then I'm just like, okay. Usually, if I want to see twerking, I go to my porn for that. I don't like seeing it on my social media. And mind you, I understand that's more on me for having the type of people on social media that I do who share these types of videos, other than society itself. I mean, there's nothing wrong with twerking. It's fine, honestly. It only comes down to if I'm attracted or not, and a lot of the time they don't attract me. The reasons being what they are. Yeah, it's just And with this whole epidemic of fake news coming out after the election, man with rifle arrested at DC restaurant targeted by fake news conspiracy theories. It had something to do with I believe that the restaurant was, one of the people who owned the restaurant or worked at the restaurant was related to a person who actually person who's on Trump's cabinet, I believe. A North Carolina man armed with an assault rifle was arrested Sunday inside a popular Washington, D.C. restaurant that became a center of conspiracy theories driven by fake news stories that went viral before the presidential election. Edgar was charged with assault with a dangerous weapon, according to a statement from D.C. police. Investigators said Welch entered Comet Ping Pong in Northwest Washington shortly before 3 p.m. and pointed his rifle at an employee who managed to flee and notify police. Welch then fired the gun into the floor. The gunman was arrested without incident, and no injuries were reported. 2 firearms were recovered inside the restaurant, and an additional weapon was recovered from the suspect's vehicle. Jeez. Comet Ping Pong's owner and several employees were deluged by threats from social media users after several fake news stories claimed that Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton and her campaign chief John Podesta ran a pedophilia ring out of the restaurant. The story was spread using the Twitter hashtag Pizzagate. Jeez. I mean, it's fake. I'm sorry. It's a Hillary Clinton fake news story, not a Donald Trump news story. My apologies for that. Whew, boy. Oh boy. This is the problem this is why fake news is a problem, because if you get shit like this, honestly, if it's a real news story, actually investigated by actual journalists, then fine. But even people make mistakes, so that's why fake news is even worse, because you don't know whether it's an actual fake news or if someone made a mistake. And this is why, this is why transparency is needed. Transparency is very needed, and there's got to be a way to filter these fake news stories out. But that's a dangerous thing. Like The Onion. The Onion is a satire site. It's a satire site. That's a difference, because satire is intentional. fake news, fake news, it's usually made with the intention of people believing it, having it be real. Oh, jeez, and that's that's why these stories are very damaging, because honestly, unfortunately, shit like this can happen, especially in this day and age, because people are fucking crazy, man. People go fucking crazy. People really do go fucking crazy. You really do. And now something for you alcoholics out there, and several of my friends. Oh Christ! What? Boy, nah. I'm not editing that out. Fireball now comes in boxes, just in time for Trump's inauguration. Fireball is less of a whiskey and more of a complete and total mistake 98% of the time. That said, the creator of the cinnamon-flavored alcohol have taken the drink to a new level and are now selling it in a giant box. It's one of those boxes where you fucking, is like a nozzle on it, and you can actually just hit the nozzle and the drink comes out. Honestly, I might try this because, not because I'm an alcoholic, but just because I like whiskey. I love whiskey, y'all. If you've ever had Fireball, you're either really excited about this or trying not to gag. The Firebox, as it's called, it's 3.5 liters of Fireball in two 1.75 liter pouches, and you can snag it like places like Baymo for $39.99, which is honestly a bargain. Okay. Yeah, with that much Fireball, the options of what you can do really run the gamut. Is a word called gamut? Okay. It's, I mean, honestly, hey, that's good. It's good shit. It's fine. It's good. It's good shit. People need a drink now these days. People honestly need drinks now these days. The world's going to shit. You can enjoy it. And enjoy whatever you want to enjoy. Whatever helps you cope. Whatever helps you cope. Honestly. Whew. Let me see. What's the next story? What's the next story? People are imagining what it would take for 2016 to redeem itself. 2016 has already taken a lot from us. I'm not sure what it can do to redeem itself with a month left. All right, for many, 2016 has been a shockingly bad year. The deaths of music and acting legends including David Bowie, Leonard Cohen, Prince, Alan Rickman, and Gene Wilder was devastating enough. They've been further compounded by the civil war in Syria, global terrorism, the rise of the far right, and hate crimes. Britain's Brexit vote to leave the European Union, and Donald Trump's surprise presidential election victory. With those events in mind, Twitter users have been suggesting hashtag how can 2016 redeem itself in its 4 remaining weeks. Some take a wildly optimist approach, while others appear happy for it all to end with a gigantic meteor strike. Oh Jesus. Oh Lord, no. Oh God. Oh, we're all the same. Any second now, the director will say cut, and 2016 will win Best Picture. There's no beating this drama. Oh God. ISIS turns into was. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Electoral College, looking at you. We all wake up and realize it's just one big terrible nightmare. Oh boy. By saying it's just a prank, bro. Oh God. And one person even suggested give back Prince, Bowie, and Alan Rickman and make Bernie Sanders president. I mean, hey, at the very least, after all we've been through, just give Twitter an edit button. Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, hey, man. Hey, that's reasonable. That's very reasonable. Ashton Kutcher shows up with a camera crew to reveal he's punked the nation. Oh, God. By going in its room and thinking about what it's done. Honestly, like, really? If Tupac came out and said he never died, I don't think he's coming back, buddy. I don't think he's coming back. I don't think he's coming back. But honestly, 2016 has been a fucked year. It has been a fucked year for a lot of people. You know, it's been a fucked year for a lot of people. So I can understand the pain. I really can. But hey, man, 2017 is right around the corner. So hey, plus there's this. Now, I got this off the Huffington Post, and I don't know if it's a fake news article or not. So I'm just letting you know that before I actually tell you. So, you know, the Huffington Post isn't the most, let's say, precise source of news. So take this with a grain of salt, and if you're interested, you could research this more on your own. I just thought this was entertaining. A blowjob cafe staffed by sex robots is opening in London. And this sex robot looks creepy. Now, Bradley Charvet wants to change men's morning routines. The sex industry entrepreneur already caught the attention of people earlier this year with his plan to open up a fellatio cafe in Switzerland. Based off Thailand's blowjob bars, the idea is that a guy can come in to order a cup of joe and an escort. The wrinkle at the center of Charvet's vision: the escorts are robots. That means he can open up in London and expand aggressively in countries with less permissive sex work legislation. The cafe will be open from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and serve coffee, sex, and pastries, not exclusively in that order. Charvet points to scholarship, including Dr. Debbie Hebernick's famous book for women, Because It Feels Good, that supports his claim about ejaculation being a good way to start the day. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It just depends on the way you do it. Self-help revolts in, a lot of bad feelings. But with talking sex robots with warm genitals on their way, Charvet thinks the pump is primed, as it were. Inverse spoke to Charvet about his vision, the diminishing importance of privacy, pricing, and the robots he's looking to hire. So what was your inspiration for the Fellatio Cafe in Switzerland? What made you want to open this sex robot cafe in London? And why specifically that city? I'm gonna do the British accent now. London public is always willing to engage with the ideas, and like Geneva, London is one of the world's most popular cities for business. You can find tons of escorts and mistresses everywhere. Do you think that means that the public there wants robots? Brothels with human workers in London are not legal. Robots were not a choice, and it's not ridiculous to think about this idea right now. You could not imagine how many people are already to give sex robots a try in 2016. We asked thousands of potential customers, and they were very curious and eager. I bet they were. Honestly. This is an interesting one. Have you started looking into buying the robots already? What companies are you buying from, and how much are you investing in each robot? We are in discussions with a company called My Silicone Love Doll to do a test quite soon. We think about a rental service. Prices are between $1,000 and $3,000. From what I've read, you're only going to have female sex robots. What are your plans for male sex robots to serve customers of other genders and sexualities? At the moment, we don't have an expected date for that, but it is in the works. Face Girl is going to develop the first cafe. Bumpex is going to develop the second one. It's London. It's going to be huge. Honestly, it's not a bad idea, because honestly, I'm just thinking men are gonna use this shit. Men are probably gonna use this shit because we are fucking desperate creatures at times. Me, do I want a sex robot? You know, I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z, so I always liked Android 18. So but she's actually just an android. It's like, she's not a full-on robot. She's not Android 16. She's not a full-on robot. She's just a person that got changed into an android. So honestly, it's I mean, this is not the same thing. And yeah, so it's gonna this is going to be very, very interesting. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be very, very interesting. It's gonna be a very interesting thing because honestly, the world's changing. Every day we keep going, hitting new levels. Some people, it's like meme autism. For others, it's meme retardation. But either way, we just keep hitting new levels. We just keep hitting new levels, bruh. And to leave for today, last story. Accused burglar only wanted neighbor's Wi-Fi password. The Bible says, "Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife." But what about their Wi-Fi password? Iowa City Police took a bite, and these niggas spelled it like, terabyte. I'm fucking mad. Out of crime on Tuesday when they arrested a man who allegedly broke into his neighbor's apartment just to steal her Wi-Fi password. According to an arrest affidavit. The woman told police she discovered 27-year-old Christopher inside her apartment after he had broken in through a window. She told police Cummings lives upstairs and had previously asked for the password, a request she had denied. Responding officers said Cummings admitted entering his neighbor's place to steal her Wi-Fi password because she wouldn't give it to him when he asked. He was then arrested on a third-degree burglary charge. Oh boy. Jail records show he has since been released. Jeez. I mean, dude. There's a reason people don't give shit to you. There's a reason people don't give shit to you. If someone doesn't give you the fucking Wi-Fi password, then just don't fucking take the password. Don't take the password. That's basically it. She said no. Respect that, buddy. Just respect it. If you're not entitled to anything, if you're not entitled to anything, then when someone asks, they don't have to give you shit. They don't. If you give money to somebody and, they're borrowing the money, it was a loan, then yes, you do generally expect that money back. Especially if you agreed upon a loan, you are entitled to that money coming back. However, something that someone else owns and that someone else pays for, you are not entitled to that. That's the lesson, kids. Consent is very important. Consent is very important. And, people, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoy this fucking glimpse back into the weirdo zone. And I hope to have more for you at a later date. Not sure. This might be my last one of the year. But I'll probably check back in 2 weeks. So, it's been the weirdo. You've been in the weirdo zone. And I hope you enjoyed. Peace.